Broadcasting live from the east side of sunny Madison, Wisconsin, it's the last show on Earth with Nate Chappell. Extra, watch all about it as famed illustrator John Kovalic helps us put the finishing touches on our cutting-edge newspaper app. But now, the man who wishes he was someone just a little more funky Winkerbean, the last host on Earth, Nate Chappell! Johnny? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the glossy weekly circulars of internet television. The last show on Earth. Do you remember those? The weekly ad circulars in the middle of the Sunday newspaper? You know, nice and glossy, so they slide out all over the place all the time, and you feel weird burning them. So they just burn weird. Purple flames. Purple flames, purple. We've got a really exciting show for you guys tonight. No, I'm serious this time. We're doing a soft launch of an app we've been developing. It's called... Actually, you know what? This would be a great chance for me to practice my Teddy Talk. A Teddy Talk is like a TED Talk, but shorter. Johnny, hit that music, and Viv, can you hit the lights? They said print was dead, and news was fake, and that no news was good news. Well, we here at Wolf Out Innovations have some good news for you. We've got Xtra. Xtra is a news delivery application that arrives every day, not at your doorstep, but at your fingerstep. That doesn't sound right. Finger end. Finger point. Line.
Finger top.
Ah, yeah. Not at your doorstep, but at your finger top. Xtra. Read all about it. Local app makes good. Swipe over to a new page of news with Xtra. Extra. We've got plenty of extras for no extra. Extra. Tomorrow might be the future. But what if tomorrow came today? Thanks. Alright. I thought that went really well. I improv that last bit there. Just wanted to really stick the landing. No, I didn't read the paper much growing up. As a kid, my mornings were mostly pouring more sugar on my Cheerios. But I always read the comics. That was one of my favorite parts of the paper. Behind Ann Landers, of course. I mean, literally behind Ann Landers. Like on the back of the Ann Landers page was the comics. Did you guys know that advice columnists Ann Landers and Dear Abby were sisters? It's hard to tell because they have different last names. What are the chances that they would both be so good at advice and both get jobs giving it? That'd be like if my brother was also really good looking. And when Abby and Ann had a terrible relationship, I guess, and they probably wrote into each other's columns all the time to ask for advice on what to do about their horrible sister. And when I was into the comics, Hager the Horrible, Funky Winkerbean, Calvin and Hobbes, Herman. I even read Marmaduke every day. Every day. I didn't laugh once. Big dog, though. He thinks he's a person. But I also liked Wildlife, created by John Kovalic. And guys, Mr. Kovalic is here tonight. 12-year-old Nate would be freaking out right now. Because of time travel sickness, of course. But also because I wanted to be a cartoonist when I was that age. But then I realized that I couldn't draw hands, and for some reason all my jokes were about hands. Johnny, I think we have one of my early offerings. See that? See, he misunderstood, so he cut his hand off. Oh yeah, those fluffy things are hands. I used to really like Isaac Asimov's Super Quiz, which was ironically written by a robot. That's the number 3 rule of robotics, write quizzes. But it was just a quiz, and at the end you would tally up your score, see what you got, but they wouldn't just give you a number score, it was like a range, and they were harsh and judgmental. Like I was either high, should hit the books harder, or plenty smart but no grind. Frankly, I didn't want to get better than that because I don't know what a grind is. So I guess I should hit the books harder. And you should grind some coffee because it's time for your morning affirmation.
I'm security guard Carl Lewis with today's morning affirmation.
If you're having trouble making new friends, maybe your old friends are clouding your brand.
make new friends, and then release the old and bury them in a shallow grave in your backyard, as the old song goes.
Welcome to my Week in Review. I'm Nate Chappell, and this is my week. On Thursday, I witnessed the first ever 14-year-old cat giving birth to a 21-year-old cat. Welcome to the world, Virginia. Just in time to die. When asked for comment, Virg was like, "Help me." And Buddy was like, "The what?" On Friday, I remembered a shuttle driver who we had in Maui. His name was Brad News, like, "I've got some Brad news for you." I think of him often. On Saturday, Uncle Nate found the Instagram filters. On one hand, they're a narcissistic time suck and a cheap shortcut to actual creativity. But on the other hand, I make a surprisingly sexy cat. I mean, not that surprising. That's my Week in Review. I'm Nate Chappell saying my week was better than your week.
Wigs, we got 'em. Wigs, you want 'em. Wigs, we've got all the wigs. Wigs, we got 'em. Wigs, you want 'em. Wigs, we've got all the wigs.
Wolfout Television presents Eddie, the world's first ever live claymation television show. Watch the magic as it happens, live. Eddie's one cool cat. I've heard he can be a bit catty, but Eddie says he's just misunderstood. One thing's for sure, this kitten likes to scratch. Eddie. Series premiere Saturday, July 19th, 8 p.m. to Tuesday, July 22nd, 4 p.m. Only on Wolfout Television.
Hello, and welcome to a new newspaper experience, Xtra. I'm your digital paper boy, and I'm here to deliver guidance regarding our brand new newspaper application, Xtra, the periodical of the future period. I know what you're thinking, because my programming is based on thousands of focus groups, and I've been ill-advisedly given the ability to learn. You're thinking, what's a newspaper? A newspaper was a bunch of tree pulp mashed together upon which symbols representing language were printed in order to deliver information about current events. Yawn, no wonder print is dead. It was probably bored to death. But now we have the technology to throw away those trees and put it on our screens. That's right, no more ink smudges on your elbows, no more paper cuts, and no more... Oh, sorry, Mrs. User number 81417. No more broken windows. And now, since you've agreed to grant Xtra access to your browsing history, contacts, camera, photos, and microphone, I really know what you're thinking. But I still have to read articles? Of course not. We know that you're too busy, lazy, or anxiety-ridden to read an article. Heck, you can barely make it to the end of a headline. That's why with Xtra, we ironically have no extra words. Just single word headlines. They're not even headlines, head words. Even headword is all one word. And look, we weren't launched yesterday. We're technically nowhere near being ready to launch. We're drastically behind schedule and data is not secure. In fact, if someone wanted to... Go on, get! Bad digital doggy. Anyway, let's say you want hashtag DTR. That's our social media abbreviation for down to read. Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. With our news to ear technology, I can actually read the headlines to you. Like this: election, stocks, bonds, game, drought, panic, war, Garfield. No fuss, no nuanced information to confuse you or cause you to reassess your unreasonably firm opinions on important issues. And if at any time you do get confused, just tap the button and I'll be there to help. No, you're right. Or again, if you're not hashtag DTR, no prob. Just start shouting about taxes and I'll be here. You're the victim, they're the problem. Now that you've got all the news about this groundbreaking new application, I truly do know that you now know new news for you dudes and you... Whoop! Pops would spend a lot of nights just tinkering alone, cooking up experiments for purposes unknown. I found out he'd been secretly inventing how to clone. When upon success he yelled, "I've done it!" to the rotary telephone. So following that mug's success, Pops took a crack at me. Well, that was 30 years ago. We're close as close can be. Perhaps so close, I'd say, and surely he'd agree, that I thank Pops most every day for not making number 3.
Okay, we got something in there. Yay.
Hello and welcome back to episode Xtra of The Last Show on Earth. Our guest tonight has illustrated the games Apples to Apples and Munchkin, as well as like 120 others. But I actually know him best as the cartoonist behind Dork Tower and one of my childhood favorites, Wildlife. It's John Kovalic, everybody.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, thanks for coming on. So, like I said, the comics were one of my favorite parts of the newspaper, so I wanted to make sure that we had our funnies screen on lockdown. So John has agreed to come on board and be our comic consultant. But we want you all to be virtual consultants too. So Mr. Kovalic is going to pitch 3 new comic ideas to you, our viewing audience, and you'll vote to see which one gets picked. So tweet what you think, some opinions, some feedback to WolfOutTV, at WolfOutTV, with the hashtag DTR, down to read, and we'll show some on the air, okay? Then at the end, you're going to take a poll on the Twitter. Are you familiar? And then you'll pick our comic. Sound good? You ready to go, John?
Yeah, this is actually a bit of pressure. I haven't actually pitched anything for a while, and this is probably the most pressure I've felt since I had to draw an apple.
Oh, yeah. Well, you knocked that one out of the park, so I'm excited to see what you've got for us here. So, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so the first one, this is Charlotte Chinchilla. She lives atop a Bolivian mountain with her herd. Her mother is a grass collector and her father is a seasoned burrower. She has a pet dragonfly named Lucy, and they're constantly playing pranks on her two dumb older brothers, Charles and Chester. Sometimes things get a little bit hairy. But usually Charlotte remains pretty chinchilla.
I like that. Good job. She looks so innocent. Let's see what Twitter has to say. At the Sandwich Artist says, she's so cute, and I love dragonflies. Okay, settle down. Okay, at See You in the Funny Papers says, I love pranks. Nah, haha, got you good. And then he sent another tweet that says, JK, I love pranks. And finally, at Wolf Out TV says, cute, but maybe one-dimensional. I mean, does it have any fave pasta dishes? Not a bad point. So, let's move on to the next one.
Sure. Okay. These guys are the Bongo Boys. They're
Is that a boys with an S or a Z?
with a Z.
Good.
They're an electro-bongo acid jazz duo from Nova Scotia. They tour all over Canada in their jazz-powered van. They get into all sorts of scrapes and pickles, but they always weasel their way out of it with jazz.
Okay, that one's really good. I like the variety here. Let's see what Twitter has to say. At the other Carl Lewis says, jazz is life. Okay, Carl, you might want to get a life. At Sodden Trouser says, as a talented and skilled musician, I would be interested to see their chord progressions. It's only 3 panels, right, John?
4 tops.
Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to include sheet music in that amount of panels, but interesting thought, Sodden Trouser. And handsome at Wolf Out TV says, interesting. Is there any day of the week they don't play? Maybe because they hate like Mondays or something? Interesting point. What do you think?
I haven't thought about it. I mean, they don't really work 9 to 5 day.
Well, neither do cats, John. Or chinchillas, or whatever. Okay, let's just take a look at our last one here.
Okay. This last one is the Dread Pirate Penelope. Now, don't let the ponytail fool you. She's one mean marauder you don't want to mess with. She'll make you walk the plank, and she'll make you take your shoes off to do it. Her sarcastic parrot, Petunia, cracks wise, while Penelope cracks heads. The Dread Pirate Penelope puts the jolly into Jolly Roger.
I really like that one. You know, it reminds me, I actually got pecked in the eye once by a parrot, and then I had to wear an eye patch. True story.
That's funny.
Is it, John? Because they called me pot roast for 2 years.
That literally has nothing to do with an eye patch.
I know, I was just pretty chunky. Let's see what Twitter has to say. At Dress to the 99999 says, finally a tough female pirate. Get it, girl. Okay, at John Smith 999999999 says, LOL, pot roast, LOL. Okay, though actually, LOL does hurt a little less than kids actually laughing out loud. I speak from experience. Finally, at Wolfot TV says, what if she was an orange cat? Not like Heathcliff, though. Okay, interesting feedback. Let's give people a chance to vote. How do you think that went, John?
Pretty well. Good feedback for the most part. Seemed like there's one person who kept tweeting that wolf up, or...
Johnny, do we have the results? Okay, I'm being told we have the Twitter poll results. Let's see them here. Okay, Charlotte the Chinchilla got 8% of the vote. Not bad, tough field. The Bongo Boys got 5%. People really don't like Canada, I guess. That's all I can figure. And the Dread Pirate Penelope got 7%. So
That's only 20%.
Whoa, did you just do that in your head? That was, wow.
What about the other 80%?
Oh, let's see. It looks like we had a ton of write-ins for a Garfield. Does that mean anything to you?
Garfield, beloved comic strip Garfield by Jim Davis.
Yeah, that's the one.
Who wrote that in?
It seems like it was just one account voting like 100 times.
All right, it's settled. We're doing Garfield. If it ain't broke, right, John?
I don't think.
No, it's don't fix it.
No, I know that. I was just going to say that it would be a violation of copyright, some trademarks, if you're going to be getting the great Garfield.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure. Positive. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to consult my lawyer, but I can't right now because he's out. Because he's Nathan Hampers, attorney at lunch.
Your Honor, I would like to enter this hair in my macaroni as Exhibit U.
Welcome back. It's time for Win, Lose, or Pictionary. Look, it's basically just Pictionary, but one person draws and the other two guess head to head, and whoever gets it first gets the point. Johnny, Viv, you're the guessers, and John, it only makes sense that you do the drawing. It's kind of your deal. You guys keep track of your own points, because I'm not great at counting, okay? Whoa, excuse me. Viv?
Coming.
Anybody know where oh, here we go.
Flashlight.
Flashlight. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this one first. Okay, we're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Let's see. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I know this. It's
Smiley face. Miss Pac-Man.
Oh.
is that a marshmallow? No, it's tomato.
Apple.
Keep going.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Sword.
Oh.
Ah. Even pronounce the W.
A duck.
Oh. Totally a duck. A smaller duck. A mouse.
A
Dragon.
horse.
Dragon. Yeah, it's too.
Wait, what was it? Horse?
Dragon.
Oh.
Oh man.
Okay, 1 minute left.
It's a man.
A boy.
It's a mailman.
A newspaper.
He's carrying lots of boxes.
Cake.
Pizza delivery guy. Damn.
Apples. Fruit salesman.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh. Board games. A player.
That's close enough. Gamer.
Gamer.
Nice. That's good. It's tough.
Butterfly.
Oh, man, it's killing me.
10 seconds.
It's
Speech
whale.
bubble.
5, 4, 3,
Not
2,
sword.
1.
Duel.
The pencil. Who got it? 5?
I had two.
Good job. Good try, Johnny.
Nice job.
It was worth it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. I want to thank John Kovalic for coming on the show tonight. His comic Dork Tower is celebrating its 20th anniversary. Almost as old as you, Verge. Check out that at dorktower.com and get the game Munchkin wherever you get your games. A big thanks, as always, to the lastest crew on Earth, Viv Chappell and Johnny Fisher. Finn Hammond and Tyler Ensrud made the music for tonight's show. Tyler is Ty Slow Down on Instagram, and Finn is roller skating through my dreams. Coming up next, Wolf Out TV presents the story of a man and a razor scooter. It's Lawson's Razor. For more episodes of this show, go to thelastshowOnEarth.org and go to wolfout.tv for our other shows. And of course, we are Wolf Out TV all over this web we call worldwide, so go look us up on google.corn. Thanks for watching us tonight, and remember, creeps, we're watching you too. And finally, as Don Weston said in Mary Worth, I don't know that one, I never read it. I had to Google Mary Worth characters to come up with Don Weston. Good night.
Just that freedom of rolling along in the empty fake pool makes me feel so open, like I'm swimming, but I'm swimming through the air on my razor. And that's good because I'm not a good swimmer either. So hi, my name's Steve Lawson, and I like to razor. I didn't touch anything, did I? I think I need a beverage of some sort. Can we get a shot of that? Look at it throbbing. Honey, we're shooting a video. You're not naked. She's Garrett, can you turn down, please? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, he comes here almost every day. He's got some good speed.
I've seen lots of improvements since he first got here. I kind of hope he enters the razor races.
Sometimes you don't know when tricks come out. It's not comfortable like this. Do I have to sit like this? A lot of these kids call me Uncle Steve. They stay out of my way, I stay out of theirs. Just like an uncle. I discovered that I can get up on two wheels. Granted, they are small wheels.